Welcome back to another round, you savages. I'm here with Austin Daffron, also known as Duck Jitsu. He's got a Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds coming up this weekend. You can catch it on UFC Fight Pass. He was kind enough to let me come out here to Kindred Jiu-Jitsu and ask him a few questions. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and get started right now. First question is, how long have you been training?
I've been training about 7 years now.
What rank are you now, and how long have you been at your current rank?
I am a brown belt, and I got my brown belt. Which I was a little disappointed when I got my brown belt because I was going into Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds this time around last year, so it was probably 2019, May. I got it like maybe a week or two before. It's like, so it's a week out of the competition. I'm like, I just want to go on as a purple belt because I know I'm going to trash some black belts in this division. It's gonna look bad for them because I'm a purple belt. But then I got my brown belt and I trashed some black belts and I was a brown belt. So I definitely I was a little disappointed on the timing. I wish I would have got it slightly after, just to say as purple belt, which I probably like my most accomplishments by far have been at purple belt. All the major tournaments I've won have been at purple belt, and that's pretty much right in the timeline. It's just right before the Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. They gave me a brown belt. May would be 2 years, but we're not quite at May. So yeah.
What got you into jiu-jitsu or mixed martial arts?
What got me into jiu-jitsu was growing up in a fairly abusive household early on. I think wanting the ability to defend myself when I couldn't defend myself as a kid was always something that stuck with me. And I always wanted to get into martial arts, but like my mom, single mother, like she could not afford it. So I just got into whatever sport I could. I did like football, running, anything that was like, through the middle school or through the high school that was basically free, I could do. And then finally I found the right sport and I got into wrestling.
Who are your top 3 favorite jiu-jitsu fighters, MMA fighters, or jiu-jitsu competitors, like of all time?
Oh, that's easy. That has to be me, myself, and I watch myself, all my film. I just study all day. I'm like, God damn, that was just perfect Connie Basami. I watched the count. I'm probably my own biggest fan. I watched the countdown show non-stop. I'm like, yes, yes. And then I said, yes, just like that. It's kind of disgusting. It's kind of disgusting. It's really a problem. So seriously, probably 3 of the guys I look up to would be Ryan Hall, Gary Tonin. So those are definitely 2 guys I like to study within Jiu-Jitsu. In MMA, I haven't really thought of a 3rd one. Maybe Imanari. I watch him now and then. I would definitely, love a matchup with him.
What's your favorite part about jiu-jitsu?
It would have to be that awkward eye contact when you're like strangling someone. You're just like, just like looking them dead in the eye when you have like a locked in triangle. You're just gritting and you're smiling a little bit. This feels good. Or that sound when you hear like, it's like the 4th of July and you're like, bah, 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 and you realize that's the guy's knee. I'm always like, that's always kind of like, yeah. And the eye contact that goes along with that, you're like, yeah, this kind of turns me on right now. So, yeah. Or arm bars too, if you're into that. I don't know. Whatever you're into, it's really up to you guys. I don't judge, so that's cool too. Maybe not as cool as a fully locked in inverted heel hook, but your opinion.
How do you feel jiu-jitsu has improved your life in and outside of the training area, on and off the mats?
Overall, like, just being less stressed out, I think it really gets rid of a lot of my toxic masculinity. After all those strangles, you just really get it out. You become a more chill person. Life is not as, what would you say? It's like, it's not as big of a deal. It's like, I was getting my face slapped in today by Josh Bacalao. This isn't too bad, I was getting my arm just nearly broken by Vikram because I refused to tap to that man. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So I think staying composed in bad situations is something that you learn on the mats, and then you take that off the mats, and then you go use it for rush hour traffic on I-5.
What inspires you to keep competing?
I think I really inspire myself. Every morning, I just wake up, I get after it. I can't lie out here. I can't lie. I just break down my tape. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to kill. I'm ready to murder. I'm ready to break limbs. It's something that just really wakes me up in the morning.
What are your goals for jiu-jitsu?
I want to be the best at what I do. Plain and simple. I think, actually, funny enough, I was a spazzy white belt once upon a time. I was like, I'm going to be the best in the Pacific Northwest. I'm like, that's pretty clever because it rhymes. I'm gonna use that. So I mean, early on, I was very confident for no reason. Now, I obviously have a lot of reasons to be confident with my skill set, but I would say it's always been, mindset over skill set. And if you're a young spazzy white belt, remember that. You just gotta improve every day. You gotta humble yourself a little bit. Maybe a little humble pie wouldn't be bad for you. And keep working towards your goals. Get after it every day. And there's no reason why you can't be one of the best guys in the world. There's no reason why you can't compete. At ADCC level, EBI. There's no reason why you can't win an IBJJF title. Whatever you want to do, just set a goal. Make smaller goals on the way there, and if you don't accomplish it, you're going to be a lot closer than you would have without a goal. So there's been plenty of stuff that I've failed to do, and the act of setting the goal and just people just feeling that's fucking ridiculous, and got me a lot closer than I would have been if I had never set that goal.
What do you want your family and friends to take away from what you're doing?
That is a tough question. It's a good community. It's a good community. Try it out yourself, and then tell me your opinion. Okay? Take a jiu-jitsu class. Take a chill pill. You'll see for yourself. You'll be like, oh, this is kind of like simulated murder. And then you'll be like, I understand. I'm in checkmate. Tap. Or you'll be like me. You'll be like, not today, fucker. And then you'll wake up with some dude with his hands on your feet and thinking you just took a 10-hour nap and be like, where am I?
What are your top 3 favorite submissions?
I'm gonna do my top 3 gym submissions. We're gonna go number 3, the finger twist. I was actually able to hit this. I don't want to throw any shade actually. So, first ever Combat Jiu-Jitsu in Washington State. I fingered mercy style, and I came in, I twisted, and then I went upwards. He could have just took a knee like mercy, but he didn't. He tapped. That was entertaining. So I don't do that in the gym because that'd be kind of an asshole move, but that's definitely a gym submission. Number 2, actually this is my number 1. I have to think of my second one. But my number 1 favorite submission to do in the gym is smother people. If I was a gi grappler, this would probably be even better. But I get in mount and I just Muay Thai clinch them, and I try to wait till they're very relaxed, and then I find their mouth right on my sternum, and then I cover it, and they're like, "There's no way, there's no way," and then I do the just hip in, and then they usually tap out. That's a good way to lose friends too. So, and gym members, all 3 of those things, but luckily I don't have to worry about either of them. And then, no, this is definitely my favorite one. This is my favorite one. This is these are all white, blue belt. Okay, there's some purple belts. Fair enough. I got hit with this once. I had to learn it. Getting smothered. Josh Bacala smothered me in fucking full guard, and that's how I got the move. He did rubber guard, I climbed up and he smothered me, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that now. So it happens. You get caught with it. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, though. You know that saying. So next one, side control. Like, you know, I'm not gonna get into it, but I will strangle someone from side control, like a long flu choke. I'll just sit on their carotids, and yeah, I've probably had most people pass out from this than any other submission. Just like dead body, just like totally passed out, just because they don't recognize they're getting choked there. It's definitely not one that I'm gonna do in like a high-level competition, but it definitely entertains me. So side control, spazzy dude, and all of a sudden he's snoring. And I chuckle to myself. I go, hee hee hee. And I go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I grab his feet. And I'm like, tone it down, spazzy white belt. That's how I do it. I don't say that. I think that. So you know in my head what I'm thinking. But in reality, I'm like, oh my God. Like giving the guy mouth to mouth. Saving his life, like looking like the hero. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. No, that's not the case. I totally meant to do that. I hope you're not watching this video, because that was my intention all along, was to choke you unconscious from side control.
I know we already discussed it, but if you'd like to go ahead and plug your social media and announce to the audience and who's watching, when's the next time we're gonna see you compete?
Okay, so Duck_Jitsu. This weekend, Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds, bringing back a championship to the Pacific Northwest. Got 4 guys in the division from Washington State. This is probably like the first time this has ever happened to have this many guys in the bracket. So if you don't want to watch me, go watch one of those guys. We have Hunter Claggett, Zach Snyder, Talon, I hope I say his name, last name right, Uwasa. I think I said it wrong, but anyways, we have a bunch of good guys in the bracket. You will see a title come back with us. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's coming back. We have 4 guys. We can get the job done. We have the whole squad working on this. I'm sure Eddie's going to like put us all together in the first round. So, you know, it's kill or be killed out here. Kill or be killed. Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds, the bantamweights, only on UFC Fight Pass. Slap or be slapped, motherfucker.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.